What up, everybody? Welcome to VGXD Movie Reviews. So, this season, Halloween Fall of Fear, baby, we checked out Saw X.
Saw 10, baby.
Saw 10. I thought Saw was over. I guess it ain't.
Nope.
Now, I know they did Jigsaw, which was like I heard it wasn't like a true Saw movie. I never seen that one, which was a while ago. And they did, Spiral with Chris Rock, which was kind of weird. He was in there. I didn't see those ones. I know. Did you see Spiral?
I did watch Spiral, but it's been a while, so I'm not really sure if I remember a whole lot about it. But
now,
your basic Saw movie.
Now they do have a new Exorcist coming out as well.
So yeah, October 6th. I want to go see that.
We might go review that too.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute since Saw came out. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like the biggest fan. I mean, I've seen like 1 through like 3, but then there's freaking like 10 of them.
There's quite a few, yeah.
I do like the movies. They're brutal. They're very gory, but I haven't seen them all. I don't know. Have you seen more?
I've seen quite a few of them, yeah.
So I don't know the story engine by heart or anything, but Saw X is in the theaters right now. We're gonna say this right off the bat. We really liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty damn good. Better than I thought.
Yeah.
But we're gonna review this. Spoiler alert! There's gonna be spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, get the hell out of here. You know? Some people hate spoilers. I spoiled them.
Like, we don't want to know. Don't tell me. We want to watch it ourselves.
So first, we're gonna talk story. Story with Saw X. So the basic story here. Now you're better with remembering stories than me. How to explain it, but John Kramer, which is Jigsaw, correct?
Yes.
Not to be what's the little puppet guy? Isn't he Jigsaw?
Well, he's just like one of his little pawns. Like, it's just a stuffed doll, basically, but he makes these little dolls and puts them in his game, and then like it freaks people out. It's scary.
Yeah, that guy back there.
They have to hit like play, and they have to do whatever this game is to be able to save their life. But in Saw X, it was definitely very brutal. It was very good. I thought the plot was really good. I think they played it out really well. There's some original characters in there.
Well, he goes to Mexico in this one.
Yes.
Mexico. Carlos is up in there, the kid. Carlos.
But yeah, basically he has like stage 4 cancer and thinks he's like gonna die. He's going to all these like cancer support groups and whatnot, and apparently finds out one of his support group people that he was talking to and being supported with had terminal cancer, terminal pancreatic cancer, and supposedly had this cure that was supposedly being done in Mexico because it wasn't even approved by the FDA. So he gets a hold of these people. They say, yeah, you're a great candidate. Come on down. You know, and of course it comes with a big price. You know, it's definitely a lot of money to be able to go down there and have this procedure done. But it's some life-saving procedure, and, you know, it basically will get rid of his cancer and he'll be able to continue on with his life. So he actually is getting to the point where he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be able to live. I don't want to kill people anymore. Like, he was gonna be done with the whole creating these games and making people suffer and trying to get them to play the game to be able to save their life. So he was gonna get ready to stop doing all that.
Want to play a game?
But he ends up getting duped. Got duped, and they raked him over the coals with some cash, and he was really pissed off and went with a vengeance.
Yeah, because he thought he was going to get a brain procedure. They fucked him over. Let's just say this right now, spoiler. They lied about it. It's bullshit. She caught on to that. I didn't. I'm like, oh, okay. So he's pissed. He's taking his notes from all the murder stuff. He's throwing them away. I'm done with that life. I'm changing.
Yep.
And then he goes, oh, I got fucked. My brain's not fixed. What the fuck?
Yep, I'm still gonna die.
That pissed him off. He's like, fuck this.
Yep.
I'm going back. I'm going back to the murder. This bitch deserves to pay. So, pretty, it starts off kind of just chill. Like, it's just talking.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening. It's just chill. It's kind of just drama. It's like, okay. But that's the basic story of it. So, story, I'm pretty good. I mean, if I had to rate the story, like, pretty good. 8 out of 10 for the story, but...
I will agree. I would say probably an 8 or 9 as far as story.
I mean,
mostly because it kind of carries on from the previous movie that he had cancer, he was gonna die, so it kind of like brings that piece back. And it's not like he just comes back and kills people. Like, it shows that there's a story with it.
My buddy said this takes place during Saw 1 and 2, so it actually takes place. The timelines are in those ones. So this is actually somewhat of a prequel, sequel thing going on here. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's not that they ignored the rest. It's just the timeline takes place during the first 2. Something like that. So that's interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, story, thumbs up. Pretty good story there. Okay, now... I mean, this is more of a gory movie. Saw is horror, but to me it's more gore. I don't know. In my opinion, more of a gore movie.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the blood.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
So we go into the killing scenes here. I'm gonna say this right now: killing scenes, 10 out of 10, dude.
Top notch.
Like, pretty brutal.
Yeah.
You're talking people are in his funhouse chamber thing or whatever. Like, it's a classic Saw movie. People are getting trapped in booby traps. They only have like 3 minutes to save their lives.
Yeah.
Typical Saw stuff. So if you like that type Saw, classic Saw, you're gonna enjoy this. You're talking eyes are being sucked out of their sockets through tubes.
Yeah,
fucking.
that was pretty crazy.
Girls getting their legs chopped off. They gotta put chemicals into all this type of crap.
Yep.
Pretty brutal. What would you say is the best killing scene?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna say... I don't know.
I'd have to say the guy that was in the chair that had the contraption around his head, that he had to like cut into his brain. He had to cut into his own brain and pull out a piece of his brain and put it in this chemical for it to release a certain amount of chemical. And then it would like unlock this key. He would have to unlock himself. But it would, once the timer would end close, like, his time was up, the thing snapped shut. And it was like hot, almost like a toaster, but it was inside this contraption around his head, and it like slammed his face in, and it like toasted his face.
Burned his face alive.
It literally killed him. It was freaking insane. That was probably one of my favorites.
Mine was the head decapitation one. I remember that, the head decap. So, I mean, I don't want to give out
with the wire.
I don't want to give out everything, but you gotta see it to check it out.
It definitely had me on my toes watching it the whole time. Sometimes I kind of get drifty and don't really, get sucked into it. But this one, I was like right on point. I was watching it. I was sucked into the story.
There's even a scene where he has to save poor Carlos, and what's hilarious, fucking Kramer, he's like, he's innocent. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Or like, a girl won her mini game or whatever. And he's like, she needs to go to the hospital, dude. Like, that's not right. Like, she needs help.
She won her game. She should be able to go get help.
As if this motherfucker is a good guy and he's not like, you're sick, bro. You're psychotic.
But see, the whole point of Jigsaw is not to necessarily harm people. I mean, that's what he does. But that's not what in his mind he's thinking.
Right, he's twisted.
He's thinking, you know what, you did wrong. You need to rectify yourself and save yourself. That's in his mind. Like he doesn't think what he's doing is wrong. He thinks what he is doing is saving these people.
Right, he's not. He's torturing them.
Yeah, he's just torturing the shit out of them. And a lot of them are dying because they're panicking.
You won your mini game. You're good now, bro.
I mean, how would you do if you know Jigsaw had you in a contraption? Would you be able to do it?
Some of this stuff, I'd rather die. Like, okay, he's sitting there. You can get your face burned alive, but hey, that can be fixed.
Excuse me.
That can be fixed, bro. Your face burned. You can put skin back. You're gonna be good.
There's skin.
Luckily, I have you though. You wouldn't care.
I don't know.
Look all burned alive like Freddy Krueger.
I don't know about that.
The blood, the gore here. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's talk about actors acting. Pretty damn good. I mean,
they even brought back. I don't remember her name, but they brought this girl back that's been like working with Jigsaw for like the last 5-6 movies or so. She was in it as well, so that was nice to see her back, and she was like helping him as always.
yeah. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the actors. I mean, I've always thought the Saw actors were they were good. They weren't great. They're kind of like mid-range, like not horrible but not great, but
right.
Decent. I mean, the acting could have been a little better, some of the acting, but it's all Saw movies kind of have the mid-range actors, but the guy who stole the show was Kramer. Like,
always.
The main guy, like, he's so good at what he does. He comes off like a true psycho, like, very serious, he ain't playing no fucking games.
No.
Like, I can take him serious. The other actors were in the middle. They were alright, but decent acting, so I mean, I'll give the acting like a 1 thumbs up, I guess. But there's not much to say. I mean, the actors were just decent to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. They're decent to me. So, acting, thumbs up. So we have the actors. I mean, music. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to the music.
I didn't really either. I was too busy watching them saw legs off.
Typical horror music in the background, like dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Not much.
Your traditional Saw, music.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not much else to say here. It's a typical bloody horror movie, more gore, but
other than we enjoyed it,
entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining flick. Definitely.
I would watch it again for sure.
Definitely great for Halloween. See, came out in almost October, perfect timing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm happy with it. Do I think it's the greatest movie ever? No.
No.
But in the Saw franchise, it's one of the better.
It's one of the better ones. Yeah, I think so. Because it's something different. It almost places into like a totally different area.
Yeah. I mean,
usually he does it like in his. Like where he lives and stuff. Like this is done in Mexico and different kind of setup.
I like that every year though. We get like every October we should get in the theater, which the theater was dead, but that's
there was 5 people, including us. That was crazy.
And popcorn's $10. I don't feel like paying that.
Yeah.
I got a shitty hot dog. Yeah. Chili looks like somebody shit on it. No disc. Because like a couple years ago we got the Halloween Kills was out, then Halloween Ends. This year we get Saw. Every October we should get, Scream. That wasn't in October though. It came out in January, February or something.
I feel like there should be a couple big, hits that come out for Halloween. Like Exorcist is coming out next month. So in about 6 days, 5-6 days.
Rating time. What would you rate Saw X? Saw 10.
Overall? I would have to say I rate it at a 8.5.
8.5. 8.5. Yeah, that's... When I walked out, I'm like, man, I'd give this like an 8.5, honestly. Like, it was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's got to be between an 8 for me 8 or 8.5. I know IGN, I think, gave it a 7. It's better than a 7. It's at least an 8.
Yeah.
It's at least an 8. I don't know. I guess. Fuck it. 8.5. 8.5.
Yeah, that's good.
8.5. The lowest 8. It's pretty good. It's not great, but it's damn close. Like as a gore flick, it's pretty damn good. So check out Saw X in the theaters right now.
Saw X, baby.
I'm sure it's gonna come to streaming soon. If it's not, I don't know.
Well, it just came out in the theaters this last Friday. When we went and seen it, it just came out.
Now, do you think there's gonna be more Saws after this, or are they done?
I mean, I think there's potential the way they ended it. I think there's absolute potential for carrying on the Saw legacy.
I mean, it is a pretty big franchise. Even this guy back here, he's coming in Mortal Kombat. I'm hearing. So Saw is since the first one came out years ago, back in the day. Saw has been one of the more popular Halloween flicks that has carried on almost like it's honestly it's up there with like Jason now and Freddy. There's like fucking 10 of them. So Saw, I would like to see more Saws. 8.5, 8.5. Check it out. It's Saw. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Video Game XD movie reviews. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. I know we don't do them all the time, but when we get the time, we do them. A part of Fall of Fear. See you next time. Peace.